कल्पं निरीहम् चिराकाशमाकाशवासं भजेऽहम् चिराकाशमाकाशवासं भजेऽहम् निराकारमोङ्कारमूलं तुरीयम् गिराज्ञानगोतीतमीशं गिरीशम् करालं महाकालकालं कृपालं गुणागारसंसारपारं नतोऽहम् गुणागारसंसारपारं नतोऽहम् तुषाराद्रिसङ्काशगौरं गभीरम् मनोभूतकोटिप्रभाश्री शरीरम् स्फुरन्मौलिकल्लोलिनी चारुगङ्गा लसद्भालबाले कण्ठे भुजङ्गा लसद्भालबाले कण्ठे भुजङ्गा चलत्कुण्डलं भ्रूसुनेत्रं विशालम् प्रसन्नाननं नीलकण्ठं दयालम् मृगाधीशचर्माम्बरं मुण्डमालम् प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि प्रचण्डं प्रकृष्टं प्रगल्भं परेशम् अखण्डम् अजं भानुकोटिप्रकाशम् त्रयशूलनिर्मूलनं शूलपान् भजेऽहं भवानी पतिं भावगम्यम् भजेऽहं भवानी पतिं भावगम्यम् कलातीतकल्याणकल्पान्तकारी सदा सज्जनानन्ददाता पुरारी चिदानन्दसन्दोहमोहापहारी See प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभो मन्मथारे प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभो मन्मथारे न यावदुमानाथ पादारविन्दम् भजन्ति लोके परिवानराणाम् न तावत् सुखं शान्ति सन्तापनाशम् प्रसीद प्रभो सर्वभूतानिवासम् प्रसीद प्रभो सर्वभूतानिवासम् न जानामि योगं जपं नैव पूजा न तोऽहं सदा सर्वदा शम्भुतुभ्यम् जराजन्म दुःखौघतातप्यमानम् प्रभो पाहि नाथं नमामीश शम्भो प्रभो पाहि नाथं नमामीश शम्भो विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम् निजं निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहम् चिदाकाशमूर्धं सवासं भजेऽहम् चिदाकाशमूर्धं सवासं भजेऽहम्
You can now open your eyes. Just I am sharing a few thoughts with you. And all of us, after this beautiful chanting, closing our eyes and sitting down quietly. None of us are talking. By chance, in this total stillness, if you hear a sound, you know where from it is coming. Maybe a cuckoo is singing, a cat is moving, a dog is barking, or one of the people sitting down here talking. Because everybody is quiet. So clearly you can pinpoint who is talking. Now, when you are sitting down alone, or even in a group where everybody is quiet, you focus on yourself. Who is talking inside? When you are physically quiet, your mouth is shut. Everybody is quiet. And you are very still, silent, totally conscious. To be quiet, you don't need to think. To be quiet, you don't need to speak. To be conscious, you don't need to speak. You don't need to think. So in that stillness, if a thought comes, then a memory flashes, be that of love, or affection, hatred, jealousy, fear, the memory of what you did in the morning or a few years back, whatever thought comes up. They come by themselves. You consciously are not bringing in that thought. You are waiting, if you are waiting. But suppose you are just happy, quiet, silent, conscious with yourself, you are not waiting for any thought. You don't need to wait for any thought because you are not using your body for any activity. You are just there. By habit, certain thoughts will come. If you stay with yourself, who you are, you can clearly observe these thoughts. They come. You did not bring them in. You don't have to push them out. They come, they go. Like in a moonlit night or somewhere you are sitting down on a terrace, looking at the space, absolutely empty, there is nothing. Then a cloud comes. You did not bring it in. The cloud passes. Who is excited? When the cloud comes, cloud passes, space is not excited. Body is not excited. Listen. I am excited. Oh, there is a cloud. Oh, the cloud is passing. As even outside, so also within, in clear sky of consciousness, who you already are. There is no need to say, I am conscious. There is no need to say, there are no thoughts. Absolutely still, effortless. And by chance a thought comes, you know it is coming from your memories. By itself it came, it passes. But habitually, when we have been used to think, I am thinking, I don't want this thought, I like this thought, I don't want this thought, that habitual talk, conversation, like a soliloquy, you are talking to yourself, it's continuous. Why that thought is coming? It should not be there. You create your own agitation in yourself. You can clearly see in a quiet area when you are sitting down, when the dog is barking, you know from which direction it comes. The sound happens, you know from which direction it comes. Sit down, observe from which direction the thought comes, meaning from the land of memories, the thought passes, presents itself. Not that it is presenting itself deliberately to you, just that thoughts at random come. And that thought, please, comes because, listen please, just to point out, you are awake, like a computer. You can open your eyes and listen, like a computer. In a computer, please think. In a computer, when you switch it off, what happens? On the screen, there is screen saver. The screen saver means what? It goes on like a fish going here and there, a flower goes here and there, a screen saver to point out the computer is not asleep, it is awake. There are one or two screen savers. In your mind, in the screen of consciousness, the screen saver is any thought to show, to tell you that it is awake. You are awake. If you want to do something, now you touch any key, the screen is clear. And hundreds of programs running in computer. You bring in whichever program you like, you want to deal with. In these thousands of thoughts, programs are always continuously running. You are sitting down quiet, the thoughts come, just to show that you are awake. But you don't need to use those thoughts. So bring in consciously whichever thought you want from your memory. You want to write a poem, write a note, make a shopping list, fixing up your house, whatever, you put that. But remember that who you are, always there. It's up to you to use the thought, not to use the thought, change the thought. Doesn't matter. And the child asks a very nice question. What if there is no thought? If there is no thought, you are just conscious, aware of yourself. Like you are looking at the sky. What if there is no cloud? Still your eyes are there. If there are no clouds, don't say space is there. Your eyes are still there, by which you see. If there are no thoughts, your eye of the eye, what they call as the third eye of Shiva, Jnana Chakshu, the eye of consciousness, is still there. That will never go. Understand? That will never go. That is always there. But that is yourself, that's what you are. But you need all the thoughts. You can't tell to children, to small growing people that you don't need to have any thought. No, you need all the thoughts. Why? Because only with your thoughts you can grow in life. If you don't know the road in Chennai, can you drive? So you should have the road map of Chennai in your head. Thoughts are needed. So don't feel thoughts are bad. Thoughts are needed. You should have the road map of the Chennai. You must know your friend's face, their name, their address. You must know your subject because you are growing. You must know history, geography, mathematics, science, physics, all information should be in your head. Why do you like computer? Ask me Google. Whatever you want, it comes out. Now, how long can you depend on a machine? The machine crashes. Suppose all the informations are in your head, you don't need it. All thoughts should be there. And please understand, thoughts are there to be used, not to be persecuted, not to persecute, torture yourself. A thought is just a suggestion. What happens for children? Suppose a thought comes, I want a balloon, 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 balloon. For children, thought means I need that object. If the balloon thought comes, I must have the balloon. Mummy thought comes, I must have the mummy. Ice cream thought comes, I must have the ice cream. Some people never grow up. There are 50-year-old children, 60-year-old children, 70-year-old children. Sometimes they compete with children. If a child wants this, why can't I have one? Grown-up children, think. A thought is just a suggestion. Ice cream. Can I have it? Fine. Not necessary. If it's not available, not necessary. It doesn't matter. So you know how to use your thought. Understand? Many times I have told to our school children and people also, a thought, there are two types of thought. Suggestion and command. Listen these words. Suggestion and command. What is suggestion? I tell you. After the class is over, shall we go for the beach for a walk? One suggestion I give you. Will you come with me for a walk in the beach? One. Will you go to temple? Number two. Will you go for a walk in the ground? Number three. There are three suggestions. Come to the beach, come to the temple, come for a walk. Three suggestions. Will you do that? Another one is command. After the class is over, come with me to the beach or come to the temple. Which one you like? Suggestion or command? Which one? Are you getting that? Suggestion. Why? You can choose. Somebody says, command, come with me to the beach. I don't want to go you resist. If your thoughts, ask yourself, your thoughts are suggestions or your thoughts are command? Suggestions means you have a choice. You are reading, you are working in your table, you are studying something. Suddenly thought comes, chocolate. What is mommy doing? Can I go and have a walk? You are studying. But this thought comes up. If it is a suggestion, it is, shall I have chocolate? No. Let me finish the study, I'll go. Then it is a suggestion. You did not accept it. Suppose I must go and get a chocolate, that chocolate thought becomes a command. When it is a command, you become a slave. When you make it a suggestion, you are a master. Are you getting that? When it is a suggestion, you are a master. Choice is yours. I am studying. To do or not to do is my choice. So if the thoughts are there, you know how to use it. If thoughts are not there, you know how to invoke it. If thoughts are not there, when you are a grown-up person, you know, I am still there. If the clouds are not in the space, eyes are still there. If the thoughts are not there in space of consciousness, consciousness is still there. That is myself. So, life becomes beautiful. This is one question, okay? So, it is okay? Wait. Another question. Pranam Swamiji. What does it mean by the statement, everything for its own sake? Money for money's sake, food for food's sake, car for car's sake. I understand. Food for the sake of eating. Eating is for the sake of sustenance, maintaining the body. So what does it mean by saying food for food's sake? Car is for the sake of the car, more comfortable. So not for showing off. So what is the meaning of car for car's sake? Similarly to money, very simple. For most people, they do everything not for its own sake, but to be happy in life. Remember the first classes. Why do you want to go to school? I want to get education. Why do you want education? I want a job. Why do you want a job? So that I can have money. Why do you want money? So that I can have things. Why do you want to have all things? So that I can be comfortable. Why do you want to be comfortable? So that I can be happy. So ultimately, what do you want in life? Every person wants to be happy. Will you study to be miserable? Why are you studying? I want to be miserable. Why are you studying? So I can get a good job and be totally frustrated and miserable. Why are you getting the job? I can have money so that I can get into trouble and be miserable. Does anybody do that? Everybody wants to do it for the happiness sake. But the happiness that you are looking for, it is not in the education, not in the job, not in the money, not in the perception, not in the sensation, not in the things, not in the comfort. Happiness is in yourself. Any moment of happiness you are with yourself, and whenever you are with yourself, you are happy. Once you see that I am happy with myself, then education for its own sake, job for its own. Why do you want a job? So that it sustains me. Why do you want education? So I can have a good job. Why do you want a job? So for job's sake. Why the job? So that I can have money. Money for money's sake. Why? Without money I cannot purchase things. But it is never for happiness sake. Are you getting that point, please? Never for happiness sake. I want everything. Good health for health's sake. Because in spite of your trying to maintain a good health, the body can still collapse. In spite of your getting a good job, you may not have the good money. In spite of having all the money, you may not have the comfort. Why? Because for the money, maybe there are your enemies. They fight for your money, they want to steal your money. They are competing with your job. That is why for most people, if job is your security, you hate people who wants to dislodge you from the position. If money is your security, you shall hate cyber crime, hate people who want to steal it. If anything is your security, you shall be miserable. You try to protect it, which is unprotected. Why? So that if it is protected, I am happy. No, for your happiness, there is no reason. Once you are happy with yourself, whatever you do it for its own sake. I sing for singing, eat for eating, touch for touching, seeing for seeing, listening something to listen for its own sake. Not that if I listen, I will be happy. If by listening you are happy, if you are not allowed to listen, you will be miserable. By touching you are happy. If you are not allowed to touch, not available. Suppose you like a particular food, that makes me happy. That food is not available. Your whole trip is lost because you didn't get that food. What is homesick? People go to Himalayas, Badri Kedar trip, and there are two dishes available always in Himalayas. Aloo paro and roti, aloo roti. Two dishes, always there. So first day you like it, whoa, because you are going away from the idli sambar, all these whatever you eat here, the dosa and all that, for a change. First, wow, North Indian, parote, roti, aloo, best in the world. Second day also, wow, para. Third, roti. Fourth day, any South Indian shop? Why? It is not making me happy, comfortable. If it is not available for 4 days, go home, let's go. Usually when the children you take somewhere from out of your house, what do they say? Mommy, when will you go home? Mommy, when will you go home? Why? Because in my home I am so comfortable. Adult behavior also is same. Your familiar ground, your home, your people, when shall I go back to that familiar ground? Suppose you cannot, you are miserable. But for a child it is natural. For an adult he must learn. Where a child doesn't know yet that happiness is myself. When an adult, when you know, if you don't know, you will remain a child forever and be miserable, fighting, just like a child. You are stubborn. I want chocolate now. I want ice cream now. So same thing also when an adult, I want this ornament now. I want this car now. I want this person to get out now. I want this. Oh, it's a headache. But when you see it, that you are the happiness. So, okay, we have come, so certain things changing is fine. Food for food's sake, not for happiness sake. For hunger, maintain the hunger. With what? Whatever food is available, bring in now, don't worry about it. Car for car's sake, money for money's sake. Everything for its own sake. Are you getting? Not for happiness sake. You can see that. If your happiness depends upon an object, you will be very desperate. Not only to get it, but also not to lose it. Both ways you are in trouble. You must have it, you are in trouble. You want to get rid of it, must trouble. Also you are in trouble. But if it is for its own sake, I need everything. Why? So that comfortable life. Nothing wrong in looking for comfort. But let it not be your obsession. Are you getting that point? So that is how you live. Nice, thank you. So that is why self-knowledge, self-awareness. You be your source of happiness. Remember, sarvam paravasam dukkham. Everything that you depend on others for something, you shall be miserable. Sarvam paravasam. You want food, it is in somebody's hand. You want a car, it is in somebody's hand. You want something, it is in somebody's control. You will be miserable. Suppose objects can be in somebody's control, but happiness is in somebody's control. But you have passed on that control for happiness to the object. If I get that object, I will be happy. You have created that conditioning. If I have that, listen that music, I will be happy. If I have that touch sensation, I will be happy. If I see that thing or person, I will be happy. If I eat this thing or not eat this thing, I will be happy. You have put your own conditions, that is why you are miserable. But when you have made it totally unconditional, I am happy. Everything for its own sake. It is there, excellent. Not there, fantastic. No force in the world can touch it. Okay? Nice. Close your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you. We shall see you tomorrow morning, same time, 6:45. Thank you.